In this demonstration, we're going to show how a Linux administrator can use iWave Storage Automator to provision storage for their Linux system. We're going to run our demo out of the iWave EMC demo lab. And in the demo lab, we have three EMC arrays, an EMC VMAX 10K, a VNX 5300, and a Clarion CX4. And while all of these arrays can support multiple tiers of storage, the EMC VMAX 10K is defined as gold level storage, the VNX 5300 is silver level storage, and the Clarion is bronze level storage. We also have a Brocade fabric and several Linux servers. The one that we're going to use in today's demo is an OpenSUSE 12.x server. Well, enough slideware. Let's go ahead and get started with the demo. Here I have the logon screen for iWave Storage Automator. And I'm going to log on as Joe, user at iWavesoftware.com. And Joe has been defined as a Linux administrator, so that whenever I log on, I'm going to see in Joe's portal some of the services that we have available for Linux. In this case, I have three services that I've recently used. The first service is end-to-end provisioning for Linux block storage. So this goes out and selects an array in my environment based off of a set of rules set by my storage administrator. It creates block storage, updates the zone sets in my fabric, and then configures my Linux server to use that storage. I also have a couple of other services, one that takes existing Linux storage and expands it, as well as a service that will remove Linux storage. So in this case, let's go ahead and click on Provision New Linux Storage. The first thing I'm going to do is select my host, and iWave Storage Automator maintains a list of all the hosts that I have privileges to and all the hosts that have been registered with a tool. In this case, I'm going to select the iWave-Lab2 SUSE demo for my enterprise SUSE server that's in the EMC lab. In this case, my storage administrator is allowing me to select my service level. This service level can be assigned to me by my administrator, and in this case I'm going to go ahead and click on Silver. I can create multiple LUNs, or I can create just one. In this demonstration, I'm just going to create one. I'm going to create just a fairly trivial amount of space. Again, in this demonstration, the storage administrator has given me the option to select the file system type. This is another one of those policies that could have been decided by my storage administrator. And then finally, I'm going to enter in a mount point. Okay, so I'm going to enter in mnt/webdemo8. I'm going to click on the preview button. And when I click on preview, iWave is going to go out and check the conditions on the array. It's going to do environmental checks with the fabric, and then it's also going to check my host as well to make sure that everything is configured in a manner that it can accept this automated storage service. So we've passed our precondition checks. Now I can place an order for the service. And Storage Automator is going to go ahead and rerun that precondition check. And that's because an order can execute immediately, or it can be scheduled to run in the future. And of course, if it's scheduled to run into the future, there could be state changes in my environment that might cause it to fail the precondition check. So it looks like, again, we passed the precondition check. Now we're going to go through the execution steps. And at this point, iWave Storage Automator is going out. It's selecting the storage based off of a set of rules that my storage administrator has defined. It's going to create that block storage, update the SAN fabric, and then ultimately configure my Linux box to use that storage. Okay, so the order has completed, and as a end user, I'm going to see my receipt that's going to show me the array on which the storage was created. It's going to also provide the target information as well as the LUN name that was created on my Linux box. And if I take a look a little bit further down the screen, because my storage administrator has enabled me to see the details of the actual order, I can take a look at all of the precondition checks that were run, including the commands that were executed, as well as the execution steps that were taken, as well as the time that each step took to complete. Okay, so the next step is let's go out to the Linux box and prove that the storage was actually created. So to do that, I'm going to use PuTTY to SSH into the demo Linux box. Go ahead and log on, and we will change directory to /mnt, do an ls, and sure enough, the webdemo8 directory is available. cd into it, and I can see that it's now available for use. So that concludes our demonstration on how to use iWave Storage Automator to provision block storage for a Linux host.